Hello YouTubers, Hot Rod Paul here. Yesterday's project was to create two vent ducts for the underneath of the dashboard for the Hornet. I purchased the two ducts off eBay from a supplier who said AMC. Cool Air ducts replace the old woven ones with plastic ones, so I did that and I purchased these two bits of tube. Paid way too much for it. Now the issue when it arrived was that the tube is 1.5 inches and the outlet is 2.5 inches under the dash. So I needed to make up some adapters. So I ravaged through the garage and I located myself some plastic agriculture pipe. I think it's 200 mil or something, 150 mil or something like that in diameter. And I went to cutting the thing up. The first thing, what I needed was to create these adapters here, which I've painted in black and plastic welded on the inside, and the hose slides in and out, and that part slides onto the vent hole, which is 2.5 inches in size. What I did was initially I cut myself some rounds like this, and I measured them on the inside of the car for the right height, which in this case it was about 1 inch in height, and I put the ring around the hole and made a cut on the ring here, and I closed the ring until it fit snug. And what I intend to do on the inside is just put some double-sided tape anyway to make the seal, a perfect seal. So then for the top, for the top part where the tube goes in here, there, I needed to put a flush top on this. So what I did was I got the old toaster, fired it up, and I rolled out some of this round pipe into a flat sheet like that, and all I did there was warm it up until it was floppy. I put some it was long enough that I shook it around a bit, put it under two flat bits of timber and put some weight on top of it until it cooled naturally, and that's what I came out with. So what I then did was I made my circle, I put it on top, cut it slightly bigger, and then made up the other hole, which was the other tube, which is 1.5 inches in size, that one up the top there, and I put that on top, got my hot iron, and as you can see I've put the tube through the tube and just plastic welded the bottom in, and I've plastic welded the sides there, and then I've sanded it down on the grinder. And what I have is an adapter tube that goes in underneath my dashboard. It's cost me nothing, and it took a couple of hours to make from start to finish. So that part of the tube, this part of the tube goes onto the Y duct in the centre of the dash, and that goes to the duct that goes to the cowl underneath. What I have also gained is, by having to use this smaller pipe, is I've gained quite a bit of room under the dashboard of this car, which is quite challenged anyway for space. Oh well, I hope that gives you some ideas on what you can do with handy items around the place. The reason I like the PVC pipe is that if you need to do any welding, it welds really well to itself. It does take the cable ties, but it takes a bit longer. But I did use cable ties all the way around the seams just to double support those joins. So the other thing that I found out is I now have bits of plastic like this, that what I can do, for example, a stereo delete panel, which I need to make up for the dashboard because somebody has put in a modern day stereo and hacked up all of the dash. So what I'm going to do is make up a new dash panel, paint it, and then buy one of the old school, new school stereos which look the right place in the dash. That's that. Now what else has arrived? Well, this is wonderful. I've got my centre roof courtesy light, which has passenger lights either side and centre, and it replaces that little 4-inch dome. And the chrome on this is just absolutely flawless. It's a triple chrome plated unit from the mid-70s, and that was the deluxe version that they put onto the Javelins, Matadors, and also the Jeeps as an accessory. The second thing that arrived in the mail that I was waiting on was my new old stock window cranks. And look at those. Look how beautiful the shine is on those. Okay, and the doorknobs, they're black. So they'll be going on the car shortly as well. So one by one, things are occurring, and the car interior is getting completed. I'm just waiting on the dash pad now, which should arrive at the end of the week. Thank you, YouTubers.